What is going on, everybody? Tunji again from Ceasar Graphix. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my how to use background series. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to pick the right image for your project. So without any further ado, let's jump into today's tutorial. I decided to redesign this artwork because the visual on it did not pass the message correctly. Clock is not the best visual to use to depict availability because it can't work without battery. This makes the project look like there are times the organization won't be available, which is the opposite meaning of the project. And that's why the clock is not moving on the project. The project was supposed to pass two messages, service and availability. But the designer's focus was only on one of it, which is availability. Using repetition the wrong way can make your project look dull. You can see this on the clock with the way the designer played with available. The angle the hands of the clock are facing can get people confused. Now my solution. I'll be using reception bell to depict availability and service because most organizations that uses this tool always have someone who is ready to respond immediately he or she hears the sound of the bell. The fact that I'm using reception bell does not mean this is the only visual you can use. There are many visuals you can use on projects like this. A poor design composition fails to communicate and costs both the designer and the organization time and money. So the point here is, before using any visual on your project, understand the brief and the image. Alright, so I'm going to create a new document now. So I'm going to click on File and I'll select New. So for this project, I'm going to use 700 by 700. And my resolution is going to be 100. Alright. Then I'm going to call this Access because that's the organization that owns the project. So I'm going to leave every other settings the way they are. And listen guys, try as much as possible not to use CMYK for your color mode when you are working on project that is going to be on social media. All right, now the reason why it's not advisable is because the color on your project is going to change if you use CMYK. All right, because all these gadgets that we have, these mobile phones and tablets, they only read RGB images. All right, so when you now use CMYK, it's going to affect the color on your project. So I'm going to click on the create button now. So I'll drag my first image in like so. So I'm going to scale this down and position this here. Right click and you know what, let's just position this somewhere around here. Let me move this up a bit. So I'll hit the enter key and I'll right click and hit the rasterize in there, and I want to draw a marquee like so, and I'll go to edit and I'll select content aware scale. So I'm going to fill this like so, and I'll hit the enter key again, and I'm going to use command or control D to take away the marquee, and I'll draw another marquee like so, and I'll do the same move again. Then this time I'll push this up like so. All right, so I'm going to hit Control D again, and I'll do the same thing at the bottom, and I'll push this down. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is to make a copy of this because I'm going to be putting something at the back of the bell. So I am going to go to select and mask and select object. So Photoshop is just going to select the bell for me, and I'm going to select the OK button. So now I'm going to go straight to Illustrator because I already have my my illustration drawn already. So I'm going to just copy that, and I'll go back to Photoshop and paste. I'm going to select Smart Object, and I'm going to click on the OK button, and I'm going to position this here like so, and I'm going to hit the enter key on my keyboard. So because I have all this white fill on my shape here, I'm going to change my blend mode to multiply. All right, so now you see we don't have those white fill anymore, and I'm going to reduce the fill to something around, let's say 9. So the reason why I'm using this drawing from Illustrator is to depict 24/7, all right, to depict night and day. is to let people know that the organization is always available whenever you need them. So I'm going to just position this here, and I'm going to bring in my text. Then I'm going to paste this with my text too. All right, so the font I'm using is called Maven Pro. All right, so I got this font from Google, and I'm going to just push available down, and I'm going to add leading to this, add more leading, just like so. Okay, and I'm going to position this here and bring out the free transform and just scale a bit. So, all right, then I'm going to put you can reach us 24/7, and I'm going to paste that here. Then this should be about this. All right, I'll position this here and scale this down like so. Okay, so like this. So this here. Just reduce the leading a little bit more. And this should be here like so. And I'm going to bring in the logo. And I'm going to scale this down. And I'm going to position this here. Let's make it big a little bit. All right. You know what? Let's just push everything down a bit. But I'm going to make a copy of this, because if I don't and I push everything down, I am going to start seeing some white fill at the top of my frame here. So because I don't want that, and that's why I decided to make a copy of the layer. So I'm going to move this down like so. All right, then I'll copy my last text and just put that somewhere here. Then I'm going to scale this down like so. Especially this here. You know what? Let me just put my guides. All right, so I'm going to bring in my guides. All right, then I'm going to make this 40, 40, 40, and 40. So I'm going to click on the OK button. So this needs to be here. Push this down. And for the logo, I'm going to put that back and push this down like so. And I'm going to just scale this big a little bit. Like so. All right. Then I need to change the color. So I'm going to hit Control H on my keyboard to take away my guides. And I'm going to change this to orange. So I'm going to pick the orange from here and click the OK button. So I'm going to change the available to this shade of color. All right, so as to call attention to it. So I'm going to move this here, right, and I'm going to draw a shape just like so. Then I'm going to change the color of this shade to this orange and bring out the free transform. I'm just going to rotate this. So this should be here. Okay, then another thing we can do again is, to create more drama with the drawing from Illustrator. So I'm going to make a copy of this and just position this here, excuse me, and even scale this big, just the cloud only. Show this here and just push this up a bit, just like so. And then we have this. You know what? Let's just reduce the opacity fill of the drawing from Illustrator to be something around 7. You know what? Let's just make this bigger a little bit. Okay, that's good. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to ring the bell so you will be notified when I post my tutorials. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Peace.